Cheers, good morning. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. It's a rainy day here in Portland. How y'all doing? Ready to play some Bossa Nova? It's a busy weekend of gigs for me. Had 2 gigs yesterday, really fun, and I think I played Black Orpheus twice. Love this song, so I'm excited to go over it with you. Feel free to type in the chat and, do the usual that always helps. Hopefully some more folks will tune in today and we'll have fun playing this great Bossa Nova tune, Black Orpheus, written by Luiz Bonfa. Hopefully you've seen the film Black Orpheus. It's a really great film too. There's some other great songs that came out of it. So I think it was 1959 or approximately that time frame, and it even won the Best Foreign Film Award. This is one of the only songs that I know that can have 3 different song titles. Black Orpheus is what most people know it as. What you'll see in the general, the basic fake book, you'll see it as Black Orpheus, but Morning of the Carnival, or Manha de Carnaval, is what it'll often be called as well. And then sometimes you'll even see it as A Day in the Life of a Fool. And if you know Sinatra's version, that's, he's singing it in English and singing it A Day in the Life of a Fool. So it might be called that on his recording. Good morning, David. Good morning, Michael. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in the chat. Don't forget to do this too. That helps the YouTube algorithms on these videos and gets me to do more of these, basically. So thank you so much. All right, I think I want to go in and get started. Like I mentioned, I played this song twice yesterday at my 2 different gigs on a Sunday. The first one where we started with the intro. So the intro is this. At least that's my interpretation of the melody. I guess I can look at it on the fake book here. They call it the outro, the coda, right? So I won't share that too much. I don't want to get into any copyright trouble. But the melody starts on 4. 4 and 1, 2 and 3. 4 and 1, 2 and 3. 4 and 1, 2 and 3. 4 and 1. So that's exactly how I played it, I believe. There's a very specific rhythm. I like to play it very freely. Oh, beautiful fall day in New York City, I bet. Oh, you should be outside. Autumn in New York. Beautiful song. Check out my solo arrangement for Autumn in New York if you haven't already seen it. It's a quite, if I might say so myself, it's a good one. And it's pretty playable for kind of a complex song. Autumn in New York. It's pretty serious jazz tune. Okay, so again, I like to use that coda on Black Orpheus as an outro. And if you do it that way, it'd be 4, 1, 4, 1. We're in the key of A minor, 4, 5 as a modal E minor, not E7 sharp 9. All right, I like that too. But as E minor is what's written in the book, and then the 1, A minor. So you can think of that as a modal minor movement there. And again, I like it as the intro. And this is how I do it. You'll see this if you want to get my PDFs. They're all on my Patreon. And it's mainly just for myself practicing this stuff that I've written it out, and for students in the past. That first chord is a 4 chord. The minor 4 in A minor is D minor. Okay, The 5 is E, and typically it would be E7 if you're going to tonicize that A minor, but to make it modal, it's E minor. So they're all minor 7s, just like you're in the key of C major, essentially. So you have D minor 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, and then A minor. I like to do this. I'm just going to show it to you, but again, if you want the tabs, just grab it in the link in the description. It's handwritten. I do this D minor 7 like this. I'm thinking of it as an F triad, but I put D in the bass, so you get D minor 7. Kind of an economical way of doing it. And I grab this. And then this note, which is a 9 of the A minor, I do it like this, which I learned from Wes Montgomery. Not personally, but from his recordings. He loved this shape. That's his intro of Freddie Freeloader, so snagged that from one of my heroes. Do it freely, rubato, add some vibrato, roll the strings, make it moody. And then E minor, check this out, I'm going to add a 9. Triad. That was an E minor, but I added the F sharp. I know that doesn't make it modal anymore, but it makes it moody, and I like that. And then, that should be E minor with the sus4. And then I'm going to resolve it on the root, hold that note A, and I'm going to play A minor 9. Like this. Or like this. Add some drama to that. So that's how I like to do the intro. Of course, it's typically as an outro, but I started off like that too. Such a beautiful theme. Ready? Bam. The band kicks in there. The bass. Good morning, Anthony from Toronto. Thanks for joining in. Is it raining there? I like to jam on this. Good rainy day jam. Imagine the bass going boom doom, the bass playing, guitar chunking on the chord. All right, anyway, so that's fun. That's getting into the groove there, setting up the groove. Windy day. What else was I going to say about that? Sometimes I like to play around the E minor. I'll go like this. A minor, D minor. 4 to 1, remember. And right here. Not that. No, that was... Okay. Have fun with it. Now let's talk about the basic theme. I suggest that it's such a beautiful melody. I do suggest that you learn it in 2 octaves. I like it low at first. A lot of space. And then, I don't know if you hear, I'm going to tilt the camera a little here so you can see that down in the open position. So I'm using some open strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. It's always on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. And I like to play this kind of linearly, like moving along the frets, fretboard. Fabre from Greece. Wow. Northern Greece. Welcome. And then maybe the higher octave. Wow, everybody's tuning in now. Very autumnal here in Yorkshire. Nice. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining this morning. Hopefully you all know this beautiful song, Black Orpheus, or have heard it. I'm going to just walk you through it. I'm just kind of giving you a little preview. I do have tabs, including the lead sheet, including, well, actually just go to that link if you want, if you're not already on Patreon. If you're already on Patreon, just snag it all. It's at the all tier levels, which is $2 a month, which almost buys me a cup of coffee, right? And I appreciate that. And that's where I put all my materials, and I do what's called starter kits. Started that last year. That's a chance to, because I have like over 4,000 posts and materials and lessons. I'm like, I'm gonna just start giving these away for, at the coffee level, I call it. So join in at the coffee tier, if the $2 a month fits your budget, and then you can get all my starter kits, which is actually quite a bit of materials, including solo guitar arrangements, etudes. I put a lot of stuff on there. I mean, I'll kind of just grab a song often, and then I'll just clump a nice batch of materials of mine, soloing ideas, etc. Some of it's handwritten still from many years ago. Some of it's all in the computer. And then the different tiers this is on Patreon again, which is kind of my online music community. You can get my sound slice practice videos. Those are all at the silver tier. And then the bonus videos, those are at the gold tier. And then the fancy videos, the behind the scenes process videos and private lessons, those are at the platinum tier. And if you want a private lesson with me via Zoom, you could join in at the diamond tier. You get 30 minutes with me monthly, to where at that point you get all the access on Patreon to everything. And then I usually work with students and say, check this out. Do that study, kind of give students a curriculum, essentially, using my materials. Okay, so back to this melody here again, the tabs are on there. I'm just kind of showing you how I like to play it. And the theme too, the rhythmic theme, the quality of it's an A minor, it's 2-5-1, or actually it's 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. Then it goes 2-5-1 to the relative major. Yes, here comes the shop talk. What's the relative major of A minor? The silence, you're thinking. So there's a good trick. This all ties into all my other live streams I've been doing. Okay, materials and private lessons in my workshops. Here's A, just walk up 3 frets. You're like, I know it's a 3-fret trick, but minor's sad, minor's down, go up 3. And now it's happy, it's a C major. Okay, so that's the trick, to know your relatives. Relative majors up, relative minors down 3 frets. So C major, 8th fret on this 6th string, A minor relative. Jeffrey, good. I'm glad you have your coffee and your guitar. And something else. I can't tell what that is. Looks like a tiki statue or something. Cheers again if you're just tuning in. We're going over the beautiful Black Orpheus, Manha de Carnaval, morning of the carnival, or day in the life of a fool if you're a Sinatra fan. On this rainy Monday, I'm going to show you some of my favorite chord voicings too. Really moody, all this stuff. You can do it kind of as a samba too. Minor 7, minor 6, really great movement. I love A minor. It's like for guitar players, A minor is such a great key, especially for bossa nova. because you usually get more open strings ringing. Hey, Virginia, welcome. C major, thanks for answering that question. So if I say what's a 2-5-1 in the key of C, the first thing you want to do is know that C's here, it resolves, right? So you go up a whole step, watch what I do here, put it as a minor 7, and then the 5, and learn these patterns too. Check out where the 5 is. G7, and then the 1, C major 7. That's a 2-5-1. So again, I'll often say it's a 2-5 in C. Then you got to just start on D, G7, C major. If I said it's a 2-5 in A minor, here's A minor. I'm going to play A minor 6, but I'm going to go to the 2. Check it out. Whole step above, and then notice it's a half diminished, aka minor 7 flat 5. And then the E7, the 5, the dominant, not E minor. This is tonicizing A minor. So you want that E7. That's where we want the harmonic minor, right? And then A minor 6 to resolve. Or A minor 7 is probably what you'll see in the chart. Or in the fake book here, I'm going to give you a flash of this. Look at the first chord. It just says A minus sign, A minor. What that means is, hey, do whatever minor chord you wish. That could be A minor 9, A minor 7, A minor 6, A minor 6, 9. You know what I mean? You could do whatever you want. It's just A minor. A minor 11. Again, A minor major 7 with the 9. You know, have fun with these chords. Once you get the basics down, that's really what keeps me playing this music, is all the room for interpretation and improvisation. So that's why it's nice to know your theory as well. Okay, so back to the melody there. There is a rhythmic motif, 4-1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1. This is if you want to be by the book. 4-1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1 and 3, and 4 and 1 and 3. That's the motif. And 4 and 1 and 3. Da 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 da, like triplets there. But again, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1. I like sixes to harmonize the melody. So that's what I'm saying, is learn the melody in different octaves. Play it in sixes, play it in thirds, harmonize it, you know. That's really fun. And sixes is this, by the way. Beautiful. Harmonic minor. A minor. 7. So those are sixes again. Really, really pretty way to get some textures happening. You can play the open string, the open B. Have fun playing different patterns. And then you can add triads. Stuff like that. It's really, really fun. Okay, so I'm going to kind of walk you through the progression there. That's the melody again. If you want the tabs, you know, play along with me on that melody in this octave down here. I'm going to play it up high, just that A section again. 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Lot of space. And this is where it goes to C. See, that was a G natural. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that a beautiful melody? The sequencing? It's very predictable. Sixes. And this is where it changes right here. Now it goes to the 4 chord. It modulates to the D minor. So I said modulate 4, D minor, A minor, D minor. It's all kind of in the key. 2, 3, 4. D minor, A minor. And here's that coda again, the intro. Now is an outro. Doing it my way. Thanks, Wes Montgomery, for that chord. Do a rubato freely. That's in vibrato. Here's that E minor add 9 I like. Now we're going to do this vamp as an outro. If you have a loop pedal, that's when you click right here. Click, and then boom. You can do some, put in all your favorite bluesy, Benson-y licks there on the outro. And you could get modal or whatnot too. I do have some other videos where I talk a lot about soloing ideas already on this, so I'm just giving you a little preview or introductory lesson on this classic. Type in the chat if you're here. If you're on Patreon, let me know. Again, all of these materials are on Patreon and bonus lessons. I taught this song many times in my Bossa Nova workshop, so you'll see probably about 3 hours of video footage, or 4 hours probably, on Patreon if you want to watch the in-depth. Don't quote me on that. I do often edit those videos. This is just a live stream, so whatever happens. I'm not worried about editing so much, but just kind of talking through this, some of the key elements here. So again, I do recommend learn the melody, bathe in that space. Again, there's so much space in the melody. Make it really lyrical. The melody. Use open strings, and here's where it changes. I love the motivic development. 1, 2, 3. John, good to see you. Hi to you. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to do this. This helps quite a bit in the YouTube algorithms, so I appreciate the thumbs up. Marceline, Paul, I know you. You can call me by my first name if you want. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in there. I know I don't know. Actually, I don't know what time it is there. So I'm assuming it's about 4 o'clock. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Tracy Kim, if you're wanting to know. No way. Really? Mozart uses it? I didn't know Mozart was influenced by Luiz Bonfa. That's a joke, you guys. Laugh. So I do want to talk about progression, and I do want to talk about the use of autumn leaves in this song. Okay, a lot of people don't realize it, that measure 9 through measure 16 is the autumn leaves. What key am I in? The red and gold. A minor. Usually I play autumn leaves in E minor, but this goes D minor 7, G7, C major 7, F major 7, B minor 7, E7, A minor. Okay, he's doing that in measure 9 through 16. So this is a great song to bust out your autumn leaves ideas and your comping and all that stuff, and review my chord. I call it chord exploring, having fun with chords. Then goes back to the main theme at measure 17, the B section. But like I said, it modulates to D minor. This is such a really deep song to dive into. I recommend really exploring it, not just face value reading through the chart once or twice. Really, really get into it. So check out my lessons. And again, that was D minor. That was the relative. That was where it modulates 2, 5, 1, 4 in the key of C. And then it goes 2, 5, 1 back to the A minor. Okay. So let's play the chords from the top. We've got A minor 6. I'm going to show you just the basics, and I'll get into some fancier stuff. 2, 5, 1 back to A minor. So 2, 5 is B minor 7 flat 5, E7. Notice how I'm doing it. This is such a nice movement. B minor 7 flat 5, E7. You can do the flat 9 if you want. You can thump that low E. A minor 6. I like A minor 6, but you could go A minor 7 to A minor 6 if you want to create some voice leading. It's a nice basic way of doing it. I'm going A minor 7 to A minor 6 to create some inner voice leading, and then B half dim, aka B minor 7 flat 5 to the E7. You notice the chromatic voice leading again, inner voice leading. So you basically have this da 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 da, while da dee da 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 da. Bad singing, sorry. Da dee da da da. Then it da da da. Just creating those inner voice leadings within the chords. So check it out. I won't sing, trust me, but I will play chords for you. And then right here, measure 5, 2, 5 to C. C sharp dim. The book might say A7, but I like C sharp dim as a sub. That's where you do your diminished run with Q1. And then here's the autumn leaves portion of it. I'm going to add some bass line for you. A little bluesy turnaround. And the bluesy turnaround is this. Right? The walk down. A minor, G7, like 13s. F7, I like 13s. E7, sharp 9, I like Jimi Hendrix. But I can't do that every time, so we did E augmented here. E augmented with a flat 7 right here to make it dominant. Now I'm going to play chords down here. A minor 9, add 9. B minor 7 flat 5. E7 sharp 5. Again, these are the moody chords here. I like that too, just variation. Check it out. Or here. If you use open strings, you don't have control over the duration as much. Okay, the other chord I love is this A minor add 9 like this. Now I'm showing you my favorite A minor 9. But again, I use that more of as an intro. Just create some moody textures. But when I'm actually in the groove, you can add a backbeat. anticipating everything. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and don't forget that in bossa nova, like jazz, you're anticipating the chords quite a bit. Everything is on the and of 4 or the and of 2. If you want to be early, 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and so. Okay, notice my the grip here. I really want to talk more about some of the autumn leaves ideas here. And that's where I started to move that bass line a little bit. I went D minor, put the A in the bass, G13, G/B, C major 7, C/E, to create the third in the bass, F major 7, F major 7 with a third in the bass, B minor 7 flat 5. B minor 7 flat 5 is equivalent to D minor 6. So I did D minor 6 and then E7. Then I did the diminished sub, G sharp dim, and then A minor 6. Then I did the walk down to get a bluesy turnaround. So I'll do that again slowly without the talking. Same thing with a little rolling and the finger picking. It's a nice way to create some bassline movement. Sometimes I'll do it like this. Oh, no, actually, no, I'm not going to talk about that. Let's go on to the B section now. How you guys doing? I need some more coffee. Not bad for a Monday. I was hoping for some more people for this song because it's such a gorgeous song, but I think people have to work, right? I would have done one over the weekend, but I was busy teaching privately and gigging. So it's a little bit lighter on my Monday morning sometimes, except I run a music school too, so I'm always scheduling. So the B section, it starts off like the A section. While I play my guitar. I think those are the words. And then it goes E minor 7 flat 5, the English translation. So now this is where I say it goes 2-5-1 to the 4 chord. So if you know the 4 is D minor, go up a whole step, and it's D minor, so that means the 2 is going to be half diminished. Okay, that's pretty much 99% of the time. If you're going to go and do a 2-5 to a minor in a minor key or to a minor chord, the 2 of it will be half diminished, and that's coming from the harmonic minor scale. A7. I'm choosing sharp 5 here, and that keeps it in that darker minor vein. You can see that note, the sharp 5 of A7 is a E sharp. Most people call it F. But if you want to call it augmented, you call it F if you want to flat the 13 too. So, and then D minor. So that's a nice note to kind of. I'm gonna go to D minor 9. And again, we'll do some chord exploring in a second. It's a longer song, but you can still have a lot of fun with melodic comping chord melody style. So again, that's a 2-5-1 to the 4. And I'm just going to do D minor. There, it actually says D minor for 2 bars on the chart. Here's what I like to do. I call that the roving fifth, the moving fifth cliche. Where you're going. So I would do this. Here's the B section. Right here. It goes in the cliche. And then now it goes D minor with a flat 7 in the bass, or D minor / C. And then it pulls us back to A minor by doing 2-5. Isn't that beautiful? So it goes. Really work those out. I'm just finger picking it to try to get clean. watch my left hand here. I just, hopefully the economy of the movement. Now it's going to be A minor slash G. I cheat a little bit as a C slash G, but it has an A minor effect. And then F major 7. I often do this chord, F Lydian, and that has a major 7 and the sharp 11, the B open string. It's really a great hack if you haven't done this chord. You just play F, C, F, and A, and then leave the 2 open strings open. And that gives you those colors. And then the 2, 5, 1 back to A minor. I want you to choose that E og. You can do tritone sub if you want. And then A minor. Turn around from the top. I won't sing it, don't worry. Diminish. Moving bass for fun. That's not basic, but it's fun. Little backbeat. Dig in, make a groove. Ready? 2, 5 to the 4. Use that cliche. The bass line. Making it staccato. That was the Lydian. Let's do the outro. Rubato, meaning very freely. Bathe in it, milk it. Going in there, 6. Flat 6. Keep the arpeggiation. Have fun. Gotta end it sometime. A sus2. In the movie, they do this. The sun comes up. A major. That's called a Picardy third if you're a classical musician. When the song's in a minor key, but on the major, you say, hey, put the Picardy third. But I don't think a lot of people really say that these days. But I like A major add 9. Like this song. But not. And then I like A sus2 if I'm feeling kind of ambiguous. And A sus2 is neither major nor minor. So if you're not sure what your horn player is going to play, if they're going to think major or minor, or your rhythm guitar player, it's safe to do A sus2. And they're probably thinking the same thing. I'm not sure what Tracy's going to do, so I'll play A sus2. And that allows me to play major or minor. A sus2. Great any chord. Major, or if you're really feeling it, maybe the 9 and the 6. Or this. Or this. Minor, major 7. How you guys doing? You like this song? It's a beautiful song. It's become pretty popular in the gypsy jazz repertoire too, so I do recommend it because if you play Manouche style Django, it's called a lot these days. Let's talk about soloing really quickly. Hey Jerry, is this the Jerry that I know? Patreon, Jerry? Okay, that's okay, Jerry. Thank you for letting me know. So A minor 2-5. Oh my gosh, you just have so much fun. Bluesy. Really? That means 10 years ago. That means from Portland. I know, right? You're in Portland. Anyways, send me a message. I do offer online classes, you guys. I have one that's happening right now on Tuesdays. It's Gypsy Jazz Boot Camp and Repertoire, and we go over note by note, Django and songs. And tomorrow's song is the beautiful "I'm Confessing That I Love You" on the wrong key. Tell me, do you love me too? Crooner song, right? Anyways, Django played that song. It's a beautiful ballad. Then we're going to end with the term with Tico Tico. Artichoke. Okay, Jerry, yeah. Trying to picture your face. Thank you for letting me know. So anyways, and I'm going to be offering some Sunday sessions again if you guys are interested. I'm going to be coming up on October 29th. You could just kind of check it out. And if you go to my YouTube in the in my posts, like announcements, I have a link for my upcoming, it's a 2-week session called Easy Soloing Strategies, where I walk through various chord progressions and songs and talk about my soloing approaches using the blues scale, using the pentatonic, always, using the harmonic minor, melodic minor, easy arpeggios, triads, and then other fancier ideas, arpeggios, and some subs. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that right now. So on the A minor 6 chord, and there's a worksheet available if you click on the link in the description to get my soloing ideas for the song. It's just a basic worksheet and scale ideas. On this A minor 6 chord, I like Dorian and blues and melodic minor. That was just on this one chord. Have fun. You just stay on the blues if you want to get simple. On this 2-5, basically I would stick with harmonic minor. And that's a harmonic minor, if you're wondering. And that includes a diminished arpeggio, all this stuff. Grab a pick for this portion, I guess. Doing a gypsy jazz. I know. Even the gypsy jazzers probably just still do it Latin, but why not? It makes a great swing tune as well. So I'm just talking, this is a flash round of ideas, but I encourage you to take my workshops. They're 2 hours each, maybe 2.5 hours each. I forgot what they are, but there's 2 sessions. The link is in my YouTube. I think it's called my Tracy's post or something. So again, we have that 2-5. I'm just talking really simple scale strategies here. Harmonic minor on the 2, harmonic minor on the 5. And I have some hacks that I love to do, etc. in the arpeggio subs. And then it goes 2-5-1 to the C major, and that's where I always say run. And then some outlining, and then you have the autumn leaves. And hopefully you know what to do there. If not, check out my autumn leaves, arpeggio studies, and all that stuff. And then back to the A minor. So that's the first 16 bars. And the next, this is just some scale strategies here. And then remember, you want to tonicize that D minor in the second half. So what that means right here, melody, harmonic minor, then D minor. And then, so again, harmonic minor, if you're wondering which one, on the E half dim, 2/5, it's always where you're going to go. So D harmonic minor, as soon as you hit that E half dim, that's when you bust into D harmonic minor on the A7. You can take it outside, just in tritone sub. So again, that's where you just practice your loop on 2/5. And loop that and just practice. That was D harmonic minor, and then a D harmonic minor still on the A7, and then on the D minor I went to D minor 6. That's what I'm hearing. But I like the D Dorian. If you want to think scales, I like D melodic minor because I love that major 7. It's so pretty. Car honking, trying to harmonize. And then back to the walk down. From there, so it's all pretty straightforward, but it's great. It's really good practice to navigate through those changes. It's a challenging song because it's kind of more through composed 32 bar song form, not including the coda, but you have a big heavy dose of these 2/5 in the minor key and the relative major, and of course the autumn leaves. Try to be melodic too. I still play a lot of these melodic games, like I think a lot of these suspensions. 2, 1, I love those. Da da dum, da 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 dum, da dum. This is where, again, for me, a lot of that targeting comes from practicing melodic comping. Right here, hitting those notes. So practice those exercises that I showed you on. Notice the second string. Melodic minor. Melodic comping. Building some tension. Tritone sub. Lydian. When I say Lydian on the F chord, what I'm thinking harmonically is E minor penta, because I know that that's going to bring out the Lydian flavor on the F chord. So you can play these type of games, or you can even just do something like this. Try to bring out that sharp 4, the sharp 11 on the Lydian. So what I'm saying is, whatever you're thinking harmonically with chords, that carries into your soloing. Okay, it's very important to think and to really explore the chord progression and not just the basic chords. Really explore what's happening here and try some other voicings going beyond just your basic grip chord shapes. How you guys doing? Questions? Comments? And the other thing we can do is just arpeggios. And that's just what I call easy arpeggios. There's some little cliches I threw in there. Well, you guys are quiet today, so any questions for me? This is a live stream chat. It's kind of like a little, hang lesson. Well, I'm going to knock off for today, and I appreciate you joining in. And we'll see you guys next time. I think the next song I might look at with you is I have a couple songs in mind. These are just songs that I really enjoy, that I like to share, and that I do recommend my students to learn and practice. But if we keep it in the Latin vein, it might be Besame Mucho, which is a great tune. And then the jazz standard, I was thinking, it was in my head earlier, but now I forgot, so I'm not going to mention it. Yeah, I just went over, Richard, the chord melody ideas. Melodic comping, always what I say is but I'm going to kind of answer Richard's question, since he typed it in, and I appreciate that. Learn the melody first. That's what I'm always saying, is learn the melody. The melody is this. So, I always say learn the melody. And my tip that I tell my students, and for myself too, is to always play the melody on the top 2 strings. That way you can harmonize it. And then you get this, like, oh, I want this note. I want this A minor triad. Really simple. Maybe you want this major 7. Maybe you want just a minor 7 inversion. That's just a passing note 4 and then on the B minor 7 flat 5 chord, it's this note. That's an A note, and we want B minor 7 flat 5, so I'm going to give this chord. It's just a basic inversion there. And I do have to say this is really important. B minor 7 flat 5, I always say this in my lessons, is equivalent to what minor 6? Who knows? This is so important. I have to say this every time, just so everybody's aware that they need to learn the enharmonic of the minor 7 flat 5, because in jazz you see that chord so often, and people get nervous about minor 7 flat 5s. But what you do is convert it to a minor 6 chord, and it's the same 3 fret trick. You go up 3 frets. So B minor 7 flat 5 is the same as D minor 6. That's why earlier when I was comping, I did this inversion. So it's a good thing to practice. B half dim, D minor 6. Not necessarily a friendly shape, but it's good practice if you have access to all 4 fingers to do this. So that was my little 2-5-1 with some bass line. B half dim, D minor 6, same 4 notes, just inverted. E7, G7, G sharp, diminished 7. Get out of the flat 9 or the E there, and then A minor 6. So check this out. Little cool chord melody licks. I got a cool little hack for you too before I leave this. D, B half dim, the 2. Check out the shape. This is a very important shape. 2, 3, 2, 3. The shape of it, right? This is playing with shapes for a second here. Just quick chord melody hacks. And then take the shape on the 5th string root, B, and then move it to the 4th string root, and I'm going to put it on F. It's the same shape. The intervallic design of it changed, however. So now it's a fully diminished 7 chord. So it went from B half dim. You do have to scoot it over 1 fret, and now it's G sharp dim. I know I called it F dim, but it can have 4 different names. It could be F dim, B dim, D dim, and G sharp dim. It's all the same. But you put E in the bass, then you have this. I know you all know that trick, I hope. But it's a cool hack because of the same chord shape like this. And then check this out. It's going to blow your mind. Then you resolve it on A minor 6, but you use the same shape. So it's going to be over here. F sharp half dim. F sharp's my bass note. That's a 2-5-1. 2, 5, 1. In context, it'd be like this. kind of having fun with chord shapes, okay, that you can just slide that stuff around. But going back to Richard's initial question there, top stuff, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking for 10 thumbs up. If you haven't given me a like yet, please do so, because that helps quite a bit. So again, here's the idea. You want to have the melody. Thank you. And then harmonize the melody. I'm just going to do really basic jazz guitar harmonization. A minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5, aka D minor 6, diminisher, because we can, and then the A minor 9. And you kind of just practice that. D. We could do this. And then you want to go on. I'm going to look at the melody here. B, same thing. Then it goes to D minor 7, regular D minor 7, and then G 9. There's the melody on the third. D minor 7, D minor 7. So there, the melody's on the fifth, the melody's on the root. G7, flat 9 here, and then C major 7, it's F major 7. So again, basically what I'm recommending, I'm showing it to you, the melody on the second string. I like, for chord melody, kind of like, again, chord melody, I say two things. I say chord melody style, which means you're hinting at the melody, which is, I like that more, unless you want to be really strict with it. But I like to just mess around with the melody. And then here's that D minor. What is it? D minor. Let's see. I have to look at my book now. Oh, G30. C major 7. And then C sharp dim. And then check this out. Do that dim. Just slide it. Now you're on D minor 7. D minor 7. G7. C major 7. F major 7. Thanks, Virginia. So again, I hope that gives you guys some ideas with chord melody. I think we should just finish it out. But I do have my arrangement of it if you want to, see the note for note stuff. I'm just kind of walking you through the process right now. So we stopped on the F major 7. Now the note to target, and notice I'm just kind of, is B half dim. You want that F note, which is perfect because that's your flat 5. And then it goes to the B natural for the E7 to the A minor. And I have my choice now. That open, do I want that fretted E or do I want E open? Do this. We're doing this. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see what I want. I wanted the open. Ready for the melody? That's E minor 7 flat 5 on that flat 5. Now the B flat, so I'm going to harmonize it with this chord. That's a G minor 6. I should have quizzed you all. E minor 7 flat 5 is equivalent to G minor 6. So that means this, very important. And then you diminish it because it's a 2-5 to D minor. Do those cliches. So again, what I'm talking about here, again, more importantly than just the note for note stuff is almost like you're working on a classical arrangement. And I don't want to do that so much as I want to just know the progression and have fun with it. So E half dim, which is G minor 6, E half dim, G minor 6, E half dim. And I'm just targeting, because those notes, the melody note's going to be one of those chord tones most likely in most of these standards. Then you add a scale fragment like this. And then, because it's a 2-5-1, if you're on E half dim or G minor 6, you can just diminish it to G dim. We all love that. And then you resolve it to D minor 7. This is the inversion talk now. Or D minor 6. And that's already. So again, what I suggest is to play with these routes 2, 5, 1. I'll do it again down here. 2, 5. When I say 5, that's diminish, sub. I'll do it up here. And then 6. I have one more. All 4 inversions, that's my rule. And then minor 6, 9. So that's a really important study, the 2-5-1 with your inversions. I'm going to stop there and log off for today. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. I always do these little pop-ups depending on my schedule. If I have the time, I'll turn on the YouTube live stream and grab some coffee and grab my guitar and hang out with you guys. I appreciate you joining in. Please do consider joining me on Patreon and get my materials and be a part of my community. It'd be great to see you there. Thanks. Have a great day.